Hey everyone, and welcome back. In this episode, we're getting into a new release from Heaven Hill that a lot of people are talking about right now. It's the Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond 7-Year Wheated Bourbon. Let's check it out. I'm Tuck, and this is Bourbon Broke. So this Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond 7-Year Wheated Bourbon is supposed to be like the sister brand of the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Bottled and Bond 7-Year that came out a few years ago. And, just like this one right here, when it first came out, it wasn't necessarily allocated, but a little harder to find because everyone was trying to get their hands on it. Same thing with this right here. It's going to be on the shelf, as a permanent fixture alongside of the other one, but right now everybody's trying to get their hands on it, so it's a little bit harder to find. But this bottle right here is a 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. Now it is bottled and bond, so it does come in at 100 proof. It's a 7-year, and the nice thing about this is the suggested retail price, $59.99. That's a great price on this right here. Now as far as a secondary, I've already seen them out there around that $129 mark and up. I'm even seeing some online stores out there that had it at $349. But most of your online retailers and some stores out there are jacking the price a little bit right now, trying to capitalize on it because you can't, readily get it out there. So, a lot of people are taking that $59.99, doubling it, up to $129.99. But I don't know. We'll see how good it is and see how it compares with that, secondary or just the SRP on it. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm already hearing some really good things about this bottle from some friends that have already picked up the bottle, have found it out there, and also some of the whiskey tubers out there that have already reviewed it. Some pretty positive reviews, so I'm really looking forward to getting into it. I haven't personally seen it on any shelves out there, and just want to give a huge shout out to Harry at B Liquors in Hobart, Indiana for hooking me up with this bottle right here. Appreciate it, Harry. See how this nose is. Oh, wow. Boy, apple, strawberry, honey. Boy, it's a very light nose, but man, it's nice. Just a slight hint of cinnamon. That's a nice nose. I like that a lot. Just off the nose, I wouldn't guess it was 100 proof. I would guess just a little bit under that. But anyway, let's see how this palate is. Get on that palate right now. Get up. Right off the bat, there's a nice viscosity in this, and a nice little spice, nice little oak spice right in there. And I'm getting some like a brown sugar, like a caramelized brown sugar. I'm not getting like that strawberry that I got on the nose as much on the palate. I'm still getting like that apple, like an apple or pear on there though. Definitely some oak coming through. This is nice. I'm liking this. When that second sip, more of the oak comes through, and I do love me some oak. I mean, it's been sitting in a freaking oak barrel for 7 years. What do you expect? It's going to be oaky. I like oak. Man, that oak, that brown sugar, just a hint of the strawberry coming through on there, and that brown sugar. It's like a caramelized, like a caramel and a brown sugar. Sweet, but not overly sweet. It's not like a finished whiskey or anything like that. The finish doesn't last a long time, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. It just, it hits in the back of the palate there, and that finish and just slowly fades out, but it doesn't last forever, but it doesn't drop off by any means at all either. I'm getting more of a spice on that finish as well. It's more of a, and not even so much cinnamon there. It's more of a baking spice, a really strong, like baking spice and oak and like black pepper I'm getting on the finish. This is nice, especially for the price point. I mean, $59.99. And it, a lot of people out there are, having a little upcharge on it, and it'll be tough not to go out and get it. But don't spend too much on it, because just be patient, because it is going to become readily available out on the shelves. But if you can get it for SRP or even a little bit over, even I'd say even right now, even if you can grab it at like $79, $80, something like that, I really wouldn't go over that at this point. However, I've paid a hell of a lot more than, that for some bottles that weren't nearly as good as this. I've paid well over $100 for bottles that I wouldn't trade for this one right here. So at $59.99 SRP, this is a freaking home run. Wow. Yeah, this is nice. It's 7-year, not real old, but not young by any means either. But man, it has a nice, you can taste the age on it, even at just 7 years. And I think it's that spice from that oak coming through. It does have a good, strong oak flavor in there, which I do like. As far as a rating on this one, man, especially after it's been out for a little while and you're going to be able to find this at SRP all day long. And man, what you're getting on that nose and that palate and that finish, for the value and overall flavor of this one right here in those notes, I'm going to go an 8.8 on this one. Like I said, especially for the price point, I'm really, really, really liking this. Yeah, this is one, since it's going to be readily available, I'm always going to have this on my shelf. Plus, it's a cool freaking looking bottle. It's not quite as cool as the decanters of the, other Old Fitzgeralds you're going to find out there, but it is pretty cool, and it's going to look good on the shelf behind me back here. But anyway, I'm going to need a little bit more here. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did drinking it. If so, please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. It doesn't cost you a dime, and I really, really do appreciate it, and it really does help me out. If you'd like to check out some Bourbon Broke stuff, just go to bourbonbroke.com. Check out everything on there. That's it for tonight, and remember, keep your friends close and your bourbon closer. Cheers. Yeah. If you see one of these out there at the SRP or slightly over, don't pass it up, grab it.